So it's open day archery elk. This year Dad and I really put in our homework early season. We had 3 or 4 different herds that we could go after, but we picked one herd that we had the best chance of getting in close to.
All right, this morning we're in southern Saskatchewan and we've got our draw antlerless mule deer tags.
That's a nice walleye, that one.
9-4.
Woo! Starting to snow, wind is picking up.
Prairie Pursuit is brought to you by BL & Sons Construction, Black Rock Automation, Bushnell, Butcher's Best, Capital GMC Buick Cadillac Regina, JB's Sausage Supplies, Customize, North Pro Sports, Precision Instrumentation and Supply, Real Estate Center, Rockin' Red Enterprises, K9 Training Center and Labrador.
So it's open day archery elk, September 1st. So this year Dad and I really put in our homework early season. We had 3 or 4 different herds that we could go after, but we picked one herd. It wasn't the herd with the big bull, but it was the herd that we had the best chance of getting in close to. So we kind of stand up to go glass around, and we look across the ridge, and on our side of the coulee there's another herd of elk. We look across, there's a few legal bulls. I walk by Dad and Dad says, down, down, down. So I look up and there's some elk filing by at 60 yards. Crawled up, 3 of us, me, Dad, and the cameraman Trevor, and we got right behind this bush and we sat down. And we cow called twice, and the whole herd came like running right to us on a rope. So they come up. I had no idea that they were this close, and then all of a sudden Dad says draw. So I'm kind of freaking out, so I draw below the bush.
Did you get that?
Yeah, I did.
Man, it was just perfect the way it all went down. I couldn't believe it. Unfortunately, his elk season's over real quick, September 1st, but that's good. It's all good. That's what we're doing it for that one moment and that freezer full of meat. So it was a great opening day.
For our pheasant hunt this year, we were headed down to southern Saskatchewan, and we met up with a few friends and a couple dogs. Brittany Spaniels is what they were. I have never gone pheasant hunting before, so I thought that pheasant hunting would be pretty cool when you see how the dogs work with the birds. So basically, this is my first time pheasant hunting, so I don't really know what I'm doing, so any pointers would be helpful.
Come on, you guys, don't fight over them. Let's go. Good girl.
Awesome, the very first one of the day. Awesome, high five.
Knuckles, buddy.
Good job.
The first pheasant that I ever got the opportunity to shoot at, I may or may not have hit it. I'm pretty sure I did. Me and another friend of mine. We got up to the dog. The dog was locked on, and we both shot at the exact same time. So we just called it our pheasant instead of one of each other's, because it's our first pheasant, and it was a pretty cool experience.
We're out in the field here, just gonna get the shotguns, ammunition ready to go. We saw a couple of roosters crossing the road already on our way out here, so things are looking good.
Hunting at Pheasant Point Adventures was a lot different than where we hunted before, because there were a lot more pheasants running around and we got a lot more opportunities to shoot at them.
Grace, as we were saying, How's the hunt going?
Good.
Now, how's it going?
Amazing.
That was good shooting. What happened there?
I got my first pheasant.
Perfect. And first shot, what happened?
First shot, I missed, and then I was like, I better shoot again because I feel like I was still in the zone, so I thought I still had a chance. So then I shot again, and I'm like, oh, I got it.
Yeah, nice job. Great work. Oh, we're going again. Here we go.
When I got the pheasant, I was like overly happy and I couldn't believe that I actually shot it. The boys did really good. They got a few more pheasants than I did, but I was really excited for them because it was their first pheasant hunt too.
We've been after a buck we've watched for 2 years now. We watched him last year a couple times. We stalked him a few times. We got back on him this year. We found him. We watched this deer probably about 20 days before opening day archery. We knew where this buck, he was bedding, where he was going, where he was sleeping. We kind of had a pretty good game plan, so I figured we were going to get a good opportunity at this deer this year. We found him. He crawled back up in the hills and he bedded down in some canola. So we watched him for a while. We trailed him out. He came out and he went down in the bottom of this this slough where the cattails were. So at that time I knew, well, it's game on. That's how I stalked him last year, and I got about 12 yards from him and didn't realize he was there and blew it. But this year I knew he was there, and we got in tight on this deer. He ended up being about 10 yards. Is he standing? I think it was about 2.5 minutes to 3 minutes that we sat there and watched this deer right in front of us, and the wind was in our favor. He was definitely hit, and he was hit pretty good. Went around some sloughs and over a hill, and we kind of lost sight of him. We looked for this deer for 2 months afterwards. We didn't give up on this deer. Heard a rumor that there was a big deer found. You know, if it wasn't for Doug Ryan and Cade Gilchrist, they came across this deer. They were generous enough to give me back the antlers. He grosses 208, and he nets 202 and 6H, which is fantastic. It's my biggest archery deer. Yeah, I'm speechless. This animal has just been pretty special to me.
All right, this morning we're in southern Saskatchewan, and we've got our draw antlerless mule deer tags. Just look for a good hunt here. Looking forward to seeing what's out there. It's gonna be a prone shot. It's a teeny tiny mule deer buck. Where's the toes? Oh, she was in there.
There's two. There's two. There's three there. There's a doe stop right there. See her? Come on.
All right. Well, we christened the 270.
Yeah.
Forge optics. That worked really well.
Oh, that's awesome.
Right on. Jacob and I are out here today, a little meat hunting with our draw doe tags in southern Saskatchewan. We're having a ton of fun. We've got one deer down.
Whitetail. Whitetail. One muley doll. All whitetail and one muley, see him? Should I shoot her right there?
Wait till she's broadside, bud. There you go. Yep. Oh, wait.
Right there. Can I shoot her?
Yep.
She walked right to us. That's crazy. That's gonna be good meat.
Absolutely. Great job, buddy.
On our way, antelope hunting. We're going to be hunting down around Montana, Alberta, Saskatchewan border, down in that neck of the woods. This morning we got in where we seen some antelope last night, and we got some permission lined up. Nice landowner. We were going to come in on him, and he said, no, go around this way. It's a lot shorter. And so we listened to the landowner. We got in here and we're about, I'm gonna guess, 400 yards. And there's a buck in there that I think we'd like to shoot or take a better look at anyway.
Nice! Good, those sticks work, eh?
Them sticks work, man, because I got a little shaky there. I usually can settle myself down, but whew, this landowner kind of gave us a tip on how to get on these antelope. Very nice of him. And it just textbook how it all worked out. We came over the hill. It could have went south on us easily, though. These does kind of ran right at us. They have all this country, and it kind of got lucky, but you know, that's how it goes. You do hundreds and hundreds of stalks and they don't work out, and then that one time when it all comes together, it's just awesome. Beautiful antelope. I couldn't be happier with this guy.
This is our annual trip we do every year, and I'm fortunate to be able to come along with these guys. We're really hoping we can catch some double-digit walleye.
That's a decent one. That's a net filler.
Nice fish, Calvi.
Thank you. That is a nice walleye. I'm gonna get a quick measurement and a weight.
Nice fish. Can you measure him up?
810.
We caught, we think we had a good tally there going of 20 fish over 10 pounds.
We're having a heyday out here. It doesn't get any better. That is a tank. 13.8.
Nice.
That's a nice walleye, that one. 9.4. Whew. Starting to snow, wind is picking up. Fish are still biting. Debarb hook. Pops out like nothing. 9 pounds, 1 ounce. There's another fat one.
That was another unreal walleye. We were just getting spoiled on this trip.
9 pounds, 12 ounces. That is another beautiful walleye. 10 pounds, 2 ounces.
That is a big walleye. That is a big walleye. Wow.
Yeah! What a tank.
Wow.
Nice work. Once again, debarbed hooks, look at that.
Look at that.
Nicely done.
14.2.
Nice.
Personal best, 14.2. 14 pounds, 2 ounces. She's a tired old girl.
We're in northern Saskatchewan at Niska Bear Outfitters. Whether you've harvested a bear or not, they keep coming. That didn't take 5 minutes. Oh, you are awesome. We just finally went up to my bear, and yeah, we could hear another bear coming in, and he came up right on top of the hill, probably like 10 yards from us. So that bear's just hanging out right now, so we're just keeping an eye on it. Okay, so now he's going to the blind, and my bag has food in it. Yep, he's going for my bag. All right, let's get him out of there.
He's going in the back.
Get out of the blind. Did he go in? No. Jesus, bear. I don't like him. Get out of here. I don't like this bear.
Black bears, they can be very unpredictable. They're actually a really neat animal to hunt. They're a curious animal. You never know when they're coming in, when they can charge. They'll bluff you. They can be aggressive. Sometimes they won't bluff you, but all in all, they're a really fun animal to hunt. They come in different color phases: cinnamon, brown, chocolate, black bears. And it can be dangerous at times. Sow and cubs, if they come in, you know, you gotta keeps you on edge always, so you always gotta keep your guard up. We got the one we were after. We got this bear on Game Trail camera pics, and beautiful chocolate coat. Came running in quick, quite aggressive at the bait, and these gold tip arrows, man, it made short order after that. Ran probably 80 yards, and he's got a little bit of an ear missing. I don't know if he was in a fight or what happened here, but he's still a beautiful bear.
This week we're headed to northern Alberta to do some baited bear hunting. He's thick.
Oh, you drilled him.
He's not a 7-footer, but he's 6. I think he's 6.
Arrow went right through.
And I can see the white fletch on the left, and it's not very white anymore. I've been sitting in the stand probably close to 2 hours now.
Yeah.
Hadn't seen anything. I was just dozing off asleep. Had my harness all loosened off, and Dad taps me on the shoulder and wakes me up, and there's a pretty good bear coming in. So I get all loosened off. He comes right to our stand, like he must have heard me scrambling. But I ended up getting the shot off, and the shot looked good. I decided to take this bear because getting later in the hunt, he was the biggest bear we've seen yet. And he came in right to the bottom of our tree and looked up, and then he kind of took off, and he stopped by the barrel after I clanked my stabilizer. And I just seen the perfect shot window open up, and lifted his leg forward, and his vitals were open. So my pin settled, and I made the shot, and it's, I'd say, perfect double lung.
Prairie Pursuit is brought to you by BL & Sons Construction, Black Rock Automation, Bushnell, Butcher's Best, Capital GMC Buick Cadillac Regina, JB's Sausage Supplies, Customize, North Pro Sports, Precision Instrumentation and Supply, Real Estate Center, Rock and Red Enterprises, K9 Training Center and Labradors.
It's been a pretty amazing hunting season.
We had a pile of fun.
We hunted lots and we hunted hard. All in all, it's been a fantastic archery season.
We've seen lots of great animals, lots of different wildlife.
Whether you get one or not, it's about the memories and having fun with these guys.
99 bottles of beer on the wall.
Thanks for watching Bushnell's Prairie Pursuit.